Welcome to this video series on how to create dApps on Polygon blockchain. My name is Ayuba Ojanugwamuazu, and I'm a software developer and a blockchain engineer, stroke developer from Nigeria in Africa. And in this video tutorial here today, this beautiful sunny afternoon, we will be creating the apps on the Polygon network. If you've been following my video tutorials on the education ecosystem, you will notice that in these past few days I've been focusing more on emerging blockchain technologies like Polygon, Binance Chain, and different technologies and the rest, Metis and all that. Now in this video tutorial, I'm going to focus on teaching you how to create dApps on the Polygon, creating dApps and deploying on the Polygon network. So it's very easy. You're going to learn a lot, and then you're going to see why the Polygon network it's very important and what's the purpose, why was it created, and why is it so important in to this concept of the blockchain. So first of all, we are going to talk about Polygon and why it's a good choice. And of course, we're going to discuss the attributes that made Polygon a good choice. For example, like faster transactions, low gas fees, and all that. You can easily head up to the Polygon website. You go to Polygon the technology, and you can read all about Polygon here. And the first statement you're going to see here is Ethereum Internet of Blockchain. So Polygon is a protocol and a framework for building and connecting Ethereum compatible blockchain networks, aggregating scalable solutions on Ethereum, supporting a multi-chain Ethereum ecosystem. So what they did is like creating a layer 2 network of Ethereum so you can achieve some of the attributes that Ethereum is currently lacking. If you've been using the blockchain for quite some time now, you'll notice that heavy gas fees are, something that's it's a nightmare for both developers and users currently, because the Ethereum gas fee is very, very high, and that's like a cause for concern, especially in the DeFi space. So Polygon is here to address all that issues, and Polygon combined the best of Ethereum and sovereign blockchain into a full-fledged multi-chain system. Now Polygon solves point associated with blockchains like high gas fees, which is something I just mentioned now, and low speed. Now because why Polygon has low speed rather, it's because the network is not clogged yet. It's not like Ethereum where the network is slow, a lot of people on the network and all that. So here we're going to have a better speed in terms of transaction verification and all that. Now, the multi-chain system is akin to other ones such as Polkadot, Cosmos, Avalanche, etc. But it's at least three major upsides. It's able to benefit from Ethereum network effect. It's inherently more secured and it's more open and powerful. So Polygon is actually a powerful tool, especially if you're bridging tokens from one from the Ethereum blockchain to the Polygon blockchain. So you can get to see all about what they have on their site, and then, well, you can see they have a challenge here: get paid up to $2 million if you discover bugs and vulnerability on Polygon. Well, this is nice. I think this is a challenge that someone will have to look at. Okay, then. So now, well, they have a challenge here. Ethereum is a blockchain development platform of choice, but it has limitation. So you can look at all the years. Scroll down. Good. So here are the features. It's Ethereum compatible, and then it's scalable, it's secured, and it's sovereign. So these are the features and attributes that Polygon has. It's interoperable. The user experience, it's nice, and the developer experience is also optimistic, and modularity, that's high customizability, extensibility, and upgradability, short time to market, community collaboration. So a lot of the apps have been created on Polygon, and we're going to learn that today. We're going to learn how to create our own apps and deploy it on Polygon Network. So ultimately, we're going to create just a simple ERC20 token where we'll deploy it on the Polygon network, and then we can interact with it via maybe Metamask or any other wallets that you might choose. Now, here is the team that founded Polygon. Um, yeah, the co-founders, nice guys, nice work, and all that. And here's the advisory board. And all that. Now there are some dApps that have been created on polygons, like for example the Polygon Bridge, the wallets, good. So there's the Polygon wallet, the Polygon Bridge. You can stake Matic. Now the currency that runs on Polygon is called Matic. So you can stake Matic to earn I think USD or something. Now and then there are the apps on Polygon that have been created on Polygon that you can use. So basically that's that about Polygon. But the major thing is we're choosing Polygon because of low gas fees and higher transaction speed. So that is the basic reason why we're choosing Polygon. So in the next session, we're going to see the necessary tools that we need to install so that we can get started developing the app on the Polygon network. So stay with me until the next session where we explore what we need to do. Thank you for watching. Welcome to session 2 on this video series on how to create the apps on Polygon. My name is Ayuba Ojanubomazu. Now in session 2 here, we're going to set up the necessary tools for creating the apps and deploying it to the Polygon blockchain. And then just to teach you, I'm going to introduce you to Moralis, which is a tool that you can use to connect to the blockchain. You can use to talk to the blockchain. So Moralis is more like a web server for your blockchain, or rather a server for your blockchain. So we can head to moralis.io to see what Moralis is all about. Moralis.io. So this is a tool we're going to use basically to connect to our blockchain via the front end. When I say front end, that means via our web interface. So Moralis is a Web3 development platform which makes programming or connecting to your blockchain very easy, just like Truffle and other platforms that we have. Moralis is just like that. So um, you can see everything you need to build, host, and scale killer apps. And one thing with Moralis, it's very easy to use. You can quickly query balances of accounts and all that, and you mustn't have in-depth knowledge of JavaScript to know how to use Moralis. So the code snippets are, you know, just one or two sentences. You can get what you want to get because most of the work or job has been done for you in the background. So you can see real-time on-chain database. Sync all your user smart contracts straight into your Moralis database. All on-chain transactions are instantly reflected in database. It's like magic. So this is just like a Web3 platform that you can use to connect to smart contracts or your blockchain. So here's a one Moralis. No more fear of being locked into one platform or blockchain solution. Moralis lets you easily integrate an endless array of external projects, chains, and technology. Yeah, but the beautiful thing about this is you can connect to different blockchain and interact with it and work with it. So that's that about Moralis. In this project, I will introduce you to it and just see what we can do. And currently, they're running a hackathon. You can compete to win $500,000 plus prizes and all that. So you can look at it. And I believe this should be the team. Okay, oh, it's just like a community. This should be the team then. There is a testimonial from people that have used Moralis before. Even Sandeep Nawal, co-founder of Polygon, and all that. Okay, so let's quickly get started. What we just need to do is to sign up free into Moralis. So you go to admin.moralis.io, and you quickly create an account. So good. Well, I've signed up. That's why you can see that I'm logged in currently. So you need to sign up. You quickly create an account or enter username, password, and all that, and then you'll be welcome here at the back end, admin.moralis.io/server, and then you'll be welcome here at the back end. Then now, what we need to do is to create a new server. Creating a new server, it's like creating a new creating a new server rather, to be able to connect to our blockchain, and then all the instances of web3, generating getting our accounts, getting all our transactions and all that. We can watch all that at the back end here. So that's the idea of creating our own personal server. So I've created one before, and we can create a new one again. So let's just click create a new server. Now there are different servers here you can create, but for this purpose of this tutorial, let's go on a testnet server, and then I can call these my testnet server, right? You select a region, just select anywhere, select New York. Now we select the different testnets we're going to use. Now if you remember, what we're doing here is we're creating the apps from Polygon, but then we select one of the chains. For Ethereum here, we can select KB, and then here we select Polygon. If you want to use BSC testnets for Binance Chain, you can select that too. If you use Avalanche too, you can select that. So let's say we select all these 4 chains here. So we click to add an instance. Good. So we have this my testnet server. So it's setting up. And you can click on these to see your everything that you have here, to see more details. So the environment, of course, is testnet, and we've done nothing yet. There's no user that's logged in, and then there is nothing. Now I'm going to show you the beauty of Moralis. We're going to connect our Metamask to these. We're going to connect our Metamask to Moralis to watch and track events that happen on our Metamask or on the blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain. So now that we have this, the next thing is okay, so connecting Moralis server to Metamask. That's the next thing we're going to do right now. And to do that is easy. We can so let's create an app. Just create in my root folder where you can put all your app. I'm going to create a folder here. I'm using Windows operating system, so I'm just going to create a new folder here so that I can use this folder in my Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to call it just a Polygon Moralis. So that will be the new name of our app, and Polygon Moralis. Just an empty folder, and then I come to Visual Studio Code. I've done this before, so I'm going to close this file, open folder. So here you can just create a new folder, even though I've created mine manually here. We said Moralis, Polygon Moralis, right? So So I just have this. Now what we want to do here is to quickly create a web app, just a very simple web app that connects to Metamask, that allow Metamask to connect to Moralis, as easy as that, and display what we have, the accounts and what we have. So here now, from here on your Visual Studio Code, you can just create a new file and you call it index.html. Okay, so in index.html here, we just create a new HTML file. So type all this by hand. HTML head. Now okay, we have head and then body, right? So you can just say h1 here. We want to connect Metamask to Moralis. Connect Metamask to Moralis. Now to install Metamask is very easy. I've done that in my previous videos, but I'm going to show you how you can also do that here, since we're setting up the necessary tools for this the app here. So add a button. I usually like using the core Visual Studio for this, but for the sake of I think I should use Visual Studio rather instead of Visual Studio Code for this. And let me use Visual Studio instead of Visual Studio Code for this, because I'm much more familiar with that environment. So let me use Visual Studio then. So I can make this faster. So I'm going to use Visual Studio 2015. So right click, I run personal admin. Just wait for Visual Studio to come up. I can close this Visual Studio Code. Wait for this to respond so that I can quickly create a new app. While I chose Visual Studio is because of Visual Studio comes in with a web server installed on IIS Express server that I can quickly view this. So I go to new file, I go to new website. Just wait for this to respond. Okay, so just an empty website, and we can call it Moralis Polygon. Click OK. pass. Okay, so from here, from the Solution Explorer here, I'm going to quickly create a HTML file, call it index. The PC is a little bit slow. So I add a new HTML page, just call it index. Okay, good. So this has done a whole lot of small works for us here. So I say h1 connect Metamask to Moralis, right? To Moralis. I'm just gonna add a button, two buttons here for logging into Metamask and logging out. So you can type this by hand or by you can pick it like this if you're using Visual Studio. So the button ID here, we can just say button login, btn login, and btn logout. So here is login, and then here is log out. So we have this right now. We're going to import scripts that we're going to use. We're going to connect to scripts that we're going to use here. So we're going to connect to the JavaScript of the Moralis site. So we can just script resolve C source HTTPS CDN. I hope I get the right part. CDN.js delete like this. .net and PM Web3. You can actually check this out. Let's get the latest. dist 3.main.js. So we'll get an instance of this Web3. And then we also import the script. HTTPS package unpkg.com. So Moralis dist Moralis.js. So we import our Web3 and Moralis.js. Now let's quickly write the script to connect to. Just put that here. Script that will connect to the server, the Moralis server. So first of all, we declare an instance of a server URL. So it's a server URL, and then now we need to get this. I'll show you how we can get this. Then secondly, we need to get our app ID for the Moralis server we set up. So here too, also need to get our app ID. I'll show you how we get that. Then after that, we can just say Moralis dot start our server URL, and then our app ID. And this is all we need to connect to Metamask. To connect Metamask to Moralis, as easy as that. So let's get our server URL. You go back to your server here, and then you go back to your server here. Then you click on View Details button. Now here's your server URL. You copy this. So we paste it here. And then our app ID here is our application ID. So we copy this. But for production, you make sure that your app ID is secret, so people don't get to see it. Now that's what we need to connect to the Moralis server using Metamask. So let's run this. Let's see, view this in browser. Okay, so you make sure you have Metamask installed. If you don't have Metamask installed, you can go to metamask.io, which is our gateway to the decentralized world. So you just go to metamask.io and you click download now. Make sure you're using Google Chrome, Firefox, or the Brave browser. So you can just read all about Metamask by going to the site metamask.io. So once you follow the tutorials of installing Metamask, you have your Metamask installed here, and then for what we just created, we'll click on login. I guess we missed something. CDN, the gist, probably I guess I missed something here. Okay, I'll check this out probably because this is supposed to pop up Metamask. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna pause this video now. We'll go to session 2.1 and we continue from where we stop here. So thank you for watching. Hi, continuing from where we stopped in the last video for session 2.0, we're setting up the necessary tools for the apps, and we're able to register into the Moralis server, and then we're able to see all the necessary settings that we have, and we're also able to install Metamask, and then now we're trying to connect the Moralis server to Metamask so that we can be able to get our historical transactions of the wallet that it's currently connected to our Metamask. So if you head back to the codes, you can see we created the scripts up to this point where we got the server URL, which I showed you how to copy that. And then we also get the app ID, which we have these. And like I told you, the app ID should be for production websites. This app ID should be secret, you shouldn't display it for your users to see. So now we need to create a function now for logging into Metamask and also login out of Metamask. So let's just say function for login, and so we say async function. We call the function login, and then okay. So we say let's user equals Moralis. Let's user take care of our case sensitivity. So current. Now if there's no user, then we user should await Moralis dot authenticate. Authenticate. You can see it. Moralis actually makes it easy, for connecting Web3, for connecting our Metamask to Web3, and you're going to see that in a very short while. So let's display this on the console.log. We can say logged in user, and then we display the user. Right, so this is just a simple function for logging in. So let's create a function for logging out. So we can just say function for logging out, for logout, and then so we say async function logout. Scroll up a little. So here we await Moralis dot user dot logout, and then console dot log, then we say logout, logged out. So the next thing is we connect our buttons. So we say documents dot get element by ID, get element by ID. So btn login dot on click should be called the login, and then documents dot get elements by ID, btn logout dot on click should be logout. Right, so let's test what we have done. Good, so we have a button login and logout. So let's refresh this. So let's try to log in and see. Okay, I think basically we need to be watching these events. Let's click logout. Probably I missed something somewhere, because this is supposed to pop up Metamask. So you can get this on developers tool, right? So we get to watch what's going on. Okay, unexpected token function in line 22. Okay, async. Okay, so let's refresh this again. So click on login. Good. So you can see this pops up Metamask, and then it will notify you to sign in into Metamask, showing you your app ID, I guess. Yeah. So just wait for this to come up. Good. So you can see Moralis authentication. That's the message, and here's my ID. That we ID to my Moralis. So just click on this sign. So I'm currently signed into Metamask, and you can see the sign message also expired. Okay, so and once I click on this, I'm logged out. So you can see I'm able to sign in and sign out. Now the next thing is let's try and get our historical transactions of these of the signed in accounts that is on a signed in account, our MetaMask signed in account. So let's try and get the historical transaction of that. So we're going to create a button, and we're going to create a button to get users transactions. So to do that, I can just drop another button here. I can say get stats, get statistics, or get history, or anything. Just copy these, and then I say button gets statistics, so I say get stats. I'm gonna call these fresh stats, right? So what I want to do now is create a function to get user transactions for these this for the signed in accounts. So to do that is easy. I can just come under here. I can say just say get stats. So it's function get stats. Let's constant. So name this user. Moralis user current. So I get a current user. And then now if there is a current user, we want to get the history of the user transaction. So I'm going to create a function called get user transaction, but let me just call the function from here, get user transactions, passing in the user as parameter. So I'm going to create that now, get users transactions. So I'm going to create that now, get users transactions. So I can say get users transactions. So async function get user transactions with S, passing in the user as a parameter. So now we create a query create a query. So we say constant query should be new Moralis dot query. Simple as calling this ether transactions. So we'll just say ETH transactions, and then query now equal to, so get the from address, call this user.gets, and then we get the ETH address, ETH address. So here we get the query. Now what we need to do is we need to run the query. So to run the query now, to get the result, we say constant results should be await query dot find. So we display this on the console. So we say console.log user transactions, then we display the results, right? So we get the statistics of the page. So let me just say get starts on page load. First we should call the function starts on page load here. So we can just display that anywhere. We can just say get starts, right? So let's refresh this page and see. Let's click on this. Okay, first of all, let's log in. So we log in. Good. So you can see logged in user, pass a user ID. This so click on refresh start. Oh, did I connect that button? Okay. You can see we're able to display the logged in user and get the ID here and all that. So so that's that about this. In the next session, we're going to see how we will get real-time actions that the user is performing, like once the user send ether in and out, we can get to see that. And also you can log into the back end of your Moralis to get to see that's the number of users. So let me refresh this page. We're supposed to see the number of users that are currently logged in and all that. So let's click on this to view. Let's expand on this. Just loading starts. Okay, once this get loaded, basically we're supposed to see the number of logged in users for this particular. Okay, good. So you can see we have one logged in user because we have logged into Metamask, so we can get to see the details of uh, the user and all that. So you can see this is in real time, like Moralis is showing us exactly what it's going on and all that. So I'm going to in the next video show you how we can capture real time uh, events that are happening, so you get to see why Moralis is useful in creating connecting to our blockchain or to our wallets using the Moralis as Web3. So just hang on with me. The next session we will see how we can call the cloud functions and see how we can create real-time activities that are happening. Thank you for watching. On this video series on how to create the apps on Polygon, and for this video tutorial we've been focusing on Moralis, getting to see the real-time events that are happening in Moralis server while we talk to our blockchain via Web3. So at this point what we are doing is trying to introduce you to an alternative of Web3 using a Moralis server. Now, we need to get all the real-time transactions and also called cloud functions using Moralis, so that you get to see how all this fits together and work together. So in the last session, we're able to get user transactions and all that. So we're going to continue from where we stop. And what we want to do now is to get real-time transactions. So we can just go here and then we can say constant subscription. So let's just get the subscription. So wait, query the subscribe, query dot subscribe, and then now we're going to create a function that will handle new transactions. So let's just call the function here. We're going to say handle new transactions, passing in subscription as a parameter, right? So we're going to create that now. So we're going to create that function now. So we say assign function do new transaction, passing a subscription as a parameter. So we log each new transaction. That's what we're doing here. To do that, we say subscription on. So we say create create function data. So we'll log this on the console. We'll say console log new transaction. New transaction. Passing in data. Don't end this here. Now, here is what you need to do, or what we're doing. We're trying to get the event of each new transaction that it's happening. So we're trying to get that. For example, if you send Ether out of Metamask or all that, we get to handle this in real time, each event that is happening in your Metamask. So we can refresh this and see. Let's say we're able to send Ether out or something. Okay, I guess I have an error somewhere. Uncaught syntax error. Missing after argument list. On line 64. Guess it's here. That is supposed to be a comma. So user transactions, nothing has happened as it's at this point because we're getting user transactions here. But let's try and see if we can just send maybe Ether from one account to the other. Since we're on Rinkaby, let me maybe create a second account. Okay, let's create a second account. Let's name it account 2. Okay, and then I copy this account address. I go back to the first account. Just want to send in some few amount of Ether. Rinkaby Ether. Make sure you're on Rinkaby testnet and you have some Rinkaby testnet Ether with you. So sending Ether from the first account to the second account. Just wait a little for this transaction to be passed through the blockchain. Okay, so I'm able to send Ether from one account to the other. I get to refresh this. Okay, I don't think I connected that button. I'm gonna refresh this page again. Okay, I haven't synced yet, so I'll do this once I create the smart contract to sync and watch how everything is going. Anyway, we have the functions to create real time, to watch real time events. We are going to first of all, we're going to connect our cloud functions in the we're going to connect our cloud functions in the next video, I guess, or should we do that in this video so that we can get the real events, we can track the real events as they are happening. Okay, so let's quickly just create a cloud function and see. So after this, we can just scroll down and then we can create our functions. There's cloud functions. There's a cloud functions. So here we'll say sync function. Let's try and get the average gas prices for all the transactions that we have done. So get average gas prices. So let's say constant results should await Moralis. That's cloud one. So we're gonna get average gas price. We get AVG gas. So that's the parameter for the function. So we'll display this in the console. So say console.log average user gas prices. We display the results. You can see just in a very simple and short line of code, we can get this done. So now let's create a function to render the gas price. So we can just say render gas stats. I'm going to call this function later, passing in the results. I'm typing this a little fast, so but we can take care of. You can look at your own codes to make sure that there are no typo errors and all that. Function when the gas starts passing these as a data. So now we display constant. We call it container, and then so now we connect this document to our button. Gets elements by ID. What did we name that button? We named it BTN get stats, right? Okay, what's the value? Okay, BTN gets stats, so that's what we named it. Okay, before we do this, we're not actually, before we do this, we need to, in our HTML page, we need to add, on our HTML page, we need to add like a list of so that we can get a list of all the average gas prices. So we need to add that in our HTML page. So from here, let me just do this. Let me just say gas stats, right? And then because that's the container I'm creating, so container, that's inner HTML data. Map function row and rank. So we return creating a list, so we can show this in list. This hash, so say rank plus 1. $sign. So math dot round row dot avg gas, close this bracket. Displaying this in a way, right, which is the second smallest unit of Ethereum, Ether, displaying Ether. So we close that, and then here we now say join this. So set up join. So we have this now. Okay, now there's a piece of code we need to copy, and I'm just going to copy this here because there is this tutorial on their sites, which is from single, it's in a single cloud function. You can see it's the same thing with what we are writing here. So this is the cloud function. I'm going to copy this and paste this following code. You can go to this docs from Moralis. You can go to the docs.moralis.io, just this URL here. So I'm going to copy this. Then you copy these, and we are going to paste these in the cloud function. So we'll go to our Moralis instance here, and then you click on cloud functions here, and then just copy that piece of code, and you click save file. So just wait for that to update, and if you can see this in their docs, you can see it's the same with what we're doing. We're getting the average gas price and all that. So okay, we need to add these to our, so that we can get the list of average gas prices. So you can come below this, your HTML tag, below your buttons, just put a breakpoint. You can drop this here. So that's where we got these gas statistics here. So we want to display that. right? So we've created all these functions to getting the average gas price and all that. So this is in line with what they have here. So now let's refresh this. Let's log in. Okay, it's showing that we are logged in. We can log out. Let's log in again. This will pop up Metamask. You can sign in. Good. Now in the next video, we are going to do the main reason for this tutorial, which is creating a smart contract on the Remix IDE, deploying it to the Polygon blockchain, and then watching the events on Moralis. So basically, you can I just chose Moralis for this video tutorial to just show you the power of Moralis. Instead of using Web3, you can also use Moralis. But Web3 is also a very good choice. It has been the choice of most developers and all that. Okay, so that's that about this session. Let's move on to the next session. Thank you for watching. Welcome to session 4 on this video series on how to create the apps on Polygon. My name is Ayuba Ojonuguamu. In session 4 here, which is the primary reason for creating the smart contract, for creating this video tutorial rather, we are going to be setting up the Polygon network, deploy an ERC20 smart contract from our Remix IDE, and deploy it into the Polygon chain, and then finally track and watch the events of that smart contract on the Moralis server. So to set up the Polygon network, you already have your Metamask installed, and as easy as that. We can just go to Metamask, so I can show you how you set up the Polygon network. So for this tutorial, we're going to set it up on the Polygon testnet chain, and once you click open your Metamask, I can get to view this on the browser. Okay, once you've done this, you go to network, and I've done this before, which is this the Mumbai testnet, the Polygon Mumbai testnet. Now if you click here to add network, this will open up the add network page, and then while this is opening up, we can go to the Polygon website. I think it's polygon.technology. Polygon.technology. So no more of a Polygon. Okay, all right. So here's where you add the network. Once you click on that, so you put the network name here. You can call it Polygon Mumbai or Mumbai testnet or anything. You can say Polygon testnet. I've done this before, so I'm not gonna do this again. So now the new RPC URL is you can get it from the Polygon website, or we can look at my networks and see what I've done. So see, there are different networks here, and this is my Mumbai network. So here is the RPC URL here that you're going to put on the new network that you're setting up. So here's the RPC URL, and then here's the chain ID. It's 1001, and then the currency symbol is Matic, and then here's the block explorer Mumbai.polygon scan tecnology.com. So once you're able to do this, if you're able to do this, then you click on add network. So that's just how to set up the Polygon network on your Metamask. So you can come to the site. I think if you check on docs from the Polygon, if you go to the docs, you'll probably see where we can set up the Polygon network. Okay, it's just all about using Polygon and all that. Okay, you can go to docs Polygon actually to see that, but this is how you set up the network information. So you can change this. For example, now we can set to change this to Polygon testnets. Polygon testnets. Sorry. Polygon testnets. And then I fill in the new RPC URL, which is matic-mobile.chain stacklabs.com 8001 matic, and this information. Okay, just then you click on save. So now that's how you fill this information, by clicking on adding network. So you can go right ahead and cancel this, and of course I have all my testnets network and mainnet network on Metamask. So that's how you add the Polygon network to Metamask. And then you need to get Polygon Ether, some testnet Ether, some testnet matic Ether, so that we will be able to use it to deploy smart contracts. Now let me see if I can remember the site to get the testnet Ether. I think we can Google this. We can just Google this. Get faucets Ether for Polygon. Polygon matic, right? Good, I think we can get it from here. Faucet Polygon technology. So you go to faucet Polygon technology, and then we need some testnet Ether to be able to deploy a smart contract onto the Polygon network. So we need for Polygon, yeah. So we need a matic token. Now we can copy our smart contract address, which is this. Our wallet address rather, not smart contract. And then we submit this. So I'm sure this will transfer some. Yeah, we confirm this. I'm sure this will transfer some tokens into our wallet. So the request has been submitted. We just wait for a little while until we get to see our testnet Ether, testnet matic Ether into our Polygon wallet. Okay, good. So we have 0.5 matic sent to us now. Now, if you go to your remix.ethereum.org, you can watch my other videos on how to set this up. we need to create a smart contract to deploy to the Matic network. Now I can choose from different smart contracts that I have here. Like for example, I have this game token smart contract I created in my last video tutorial. And if you want to use a sample smart contract, you can quickly head on to Open Zeppelin, and let's just pick a smart contract there. So let's just go to Open Zeppelin and pick a smart contract. So go to openzeppelin.com, which is a library of standard smart contracts that we can use or reuse for our own development purposes. So you scroll down to contracts, and then you click on visit sites. I say visit sites or visit docs. Go back. Go to docs. Good. So this will open up smart contracts here. Now we can just pick a simple ERC20 smart contract. So just click on expand tokens, expand ERC20. And then we can pick this sample smart contract here. Just copy everything. Come to your remix on the contracts tab. Create a new file. Just call it a Polygon sample. Polygon sample. It's SOL. And then we just paste this here. This will compile our smart contracts. So just make sure the compilation is okay. Good. So we can just change this name of this token to Polygon sample. And then the token symbol should be polysam. Yeah. So this is just a simple ERC20 smart contract. So I can change this to also Polygon sample. Polygon sample. Change the name of the contract, Polygon sample. And then once this compiles successfully, which it has done, we go right ahead to deploy. Now make sure that your network is on the Polygon or Mumbai testnets network that you've created, the Polygon network that you've created. Once you're there, you make sure your environment here is injected web3. You can see mine has automatically picked 0.5 ether, which is the testnet ether I have for Polygon. And then let's just deploy this smart contract. Okay, let's select the smart contract, Polygon sample. And then let's put an initial supply of 100. So you put 100 with 18 leading zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now this contract will be deployed to the Polygon chain. So I click deploy. This will pop up Metamask. Good. So we click to confirm. So contract deployment. So this will be deployed onto the Polygon network. So Polygon sample has been deployed, and if you scroll down here on your remix, you can see the contract details and everything about this smart contract. Good. So we can just quickly see the name, which should be Polygon sample, the symbol polysam, and the total supply should be 100 polysam tokens that we've created. Now we're able to deploy this to the Polygon chain, and to view this on the Polygon scan, you can click on this and click on View on Explorer, and it take you to mumbai.polygonscan.com, and you can view the contract that you deployed now on the Polygon blockchain. So you can see 52 seconds ago, here's the contract address, and 100 poly sample was created. So now the next thing is we want to copy these contract codes, and then in our Metamask we want to display our tokens. So you go to assets, and now we have only this asset 0.4 matic. Now we want to get poly sample assets, so click on import tokens. The contract address, paste it here, so you can see polysam. Automatically it shows us this, and then we click add custom tokens, and we have 100 polysam in our wallet balance. So we have that here. So we've added these assets to our account. Now I want you to switch on to the second account. Switch on to the second account. Okay, it's from here. Second account. We have a zero matic and zero tokens here. So we just copy this address. We switch back to the first account. Then we send some polysam, clicking on this, to the second account. So we have 100, right? So let's say we want to send 40. You can just type that 40 without the 18 leading zeros. Then you click on next. Good. So click on confirm to pay for the gas fee and all that. So we're sending in 40 of the polysam token to second address. So this has been confirmed, and you can see that your asset is now 60 polysam. So this is all happening in the matic network, Polygon matic network. So come to the second account, we copy the contract address because we want to import these tokens. So we'll click import. This is for the second account. Paste this here. Click add custom tokens, and you can see we have 40 polysams in our account 2. So let's go back to our first account, which is our main account. Right now we have 60 polysam here. Okay, so what's the next point? Okay, so we're able to deploy our ERC20 smart contract to the Polygon chain. Now we can track and watch these events on Moralis. So we can copy the contract address that we just created, and then go to your Moralis server, which is this, and then click on view details for the server. I'll go to sync. I talked about this some times back. So we're going to add a new sync. So we want to sync and watch contract events. So let me just say my sync events, just name it like that. We also want to sync historical. Just describe it as a my sync topic, just any name that suits you. Now we need the ABI of the contract, but before we put that, let's put the address of the contract here, and then we can just put the table name. Let's say my table, just anything. So we need the ABI of this contract we created. ABI means application binary interface. It defines all the functions and attributes of our smart contracts. We can get that from the Remix IDE. You go to the compilation tab here, and then make sure it's polysample.sol that is here. So we can just quickly click the ABI here, and we have the ABI. So we go back to Moralis server, then we paste our ABI here. So once you're done with this, you can now click on confirm. Am I missing any points? Okay, we select the chain, sorry. So make sure you select Polygon Mumbai. Then we click on confirm. Invalid ABI. The ABI should contain an array of inputs. I'm having that error. Okay, let's go back to Remix. Let's go to compilation details here. Here's the ABI, and we click on that. And then we paste this. Okay. Well, I don't know why we're having this error. I guess this should be from the sites. It should be from the Moralis end, because here's our ABI. Let's remove this first. Character and see. I doubt. API is in JSON format actually. Invalid API, so it has to have this character. Table. Okay, I guess this should be an error from the Moralis server side and not an error. Probably this should have worked at your own end by the time you're watching this video tutorial. So that is about creating and deploying the apps on the Polygon blockchain. So you can get to view your contracts and all that on the Polygon Mumbai testnet chain. So thank you for watching.